Morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to get through some news on the supply and demand of canola. Just look at it with another analyst. The StatsCan is going to release a stocks report, and it might have an impact on the market here. And of course, I was missing a couple of days in reports, but yeah, we'll get back at it here. I was watching some provincial curling, and yeah, it was nice to get away for a little wee bit here. So the commercial stocks. So you can see that the elevator and the elevator system is behind the 5-year average of just holding stocks. So that means that they're not. There's no potential buyers out there buying a big pile of stocks or anything out there. That's for sure. Canola oil production and use. You can see here that the center is your exports, and there is a slight uptick of domestic use. As you know, I think the Imperial Oil plant in Edmonton area is actually trying to produce some renewable fuel, diesel fuel. So there is going to be, of course, an uptick there. And the total use is still, I would say, still trending upward as well. So the crushers are actually crushing at almost record pace, that's for sure. So you can see here your 5-year average and just last year, you can see that we're way behind on the exports for certain. But Europe has kind of picked up the pace, at least in the data that we've got here. And Japan, of course, fairly consistent buyers, and yeah, we're just lagging behind last year's pace. And this is old data, only going up to November, but it is released on a monthly basis. So when you look here, this is left field's information here, but they're looking at 7.7 exports. Other analysts are saying lower than that, but that could be revised because of the expectation that China is going to be buying. I'm not certain if we're at that pace, but so the release that's going to come out, it could even adjust these numbers, you know, from the previous year. I don't think that they're going to do a whole lot with the yield, but you know, it's going to impact what the ending stocks were at December 31st, how the sheet might look for the next time I show it. So switching gears here, soybean exports, and one of the other announcements was that on True Social, Trump had suggested that talk with China was that they're going to buy the other 8 million metric tons over their 12, so it'd be 20 million. And you can still see here that Karen Braun had put out that it's still way behind the normal Chinese buying pace. And this is probably not even surprise to anyone, but the U.S. farm income set to fall in 2026 despite the surge in government payouts. And some of those payouts are actually not just additional payments, but just the reducing income, some of the farm income tax, or not income payments for crop insurance and stuff like that, all are going to flow in, and they will be bigger, that's for sure. But it's not offsetting all of the losses of just the price going down. Quick look at the weather. You can still see that there's a lot of cold in the east. There's still cold watches. I don't have an exact track of what the temperatures are, but it's not near the cold that we had seen up in Manitoba and eastern Saskatchewan, that is for certain. Just a drought index came out yesterday, and you can see that it's still dry over in a lot of areas, and it seems to be building across the U.S., but not a whole lot of crop growing at this time of year, but it will start to become more and more of a concern as we move forward. So if we just follow the theme, you could see that there is lower soil moisture in Western Canada as well. Some of this area in Argentina did catch some rains, and it's taking some of the soil, or helping some of the soil moisture problems over there. Canola market is basically just down 40 cents at 6.62 on March. Rapeseed is up slightly at 4.86. Soybean oil is at 55.63, basically flat. Palm oil is down 56 ringgits. Crude oil is flat at 63.25. Soybeans front month March is trading at 11.15, up $3.25. Spring wheat down a penny and a quarter, and your other wheats are unchanged basically. Corn trading at 4.41, down a penny and a quarter, and Canadian dollar basically flat at 73.22. So if we're just looking at canola front month, trying to get to these values, and it seems like we are definitely having every time we get to a $10 mark, it should definitely be a suggestion to get some sales made. And you see we paused. Now we're at about trying to approach the 670 area on the front month. Definitely would be a sell there for sure. But we'll have to see what the StatScan report gives us, whether it's going to be helping or pushing this market one direction or the other. You definitely want to protect the market from that downward move, that's for sure. So you definitely look at some sales for new crop as we're getting to the same values that we were back in the fall to get canola locked in for fall movement next fall. Here's your rapeseed, getting back to the November, December highs that it made. Here, price differential is $120, so that is not as big as it had been in the past. When I showed that previous graphic of shipping to Europe, well, that basically shut off now with the Thunder Bay, St. Lawrence Seaway basically shut down for movement through there, from the west anyway. Soybean oil futures responding to some of those tax credit news and everything, but still has to get up to some of those previous highs made in the summer. Soybeans are responding along with it, and it looks like a sell scenario here as well. Kind of a steep move. We'll likely have some sort of pullback in there. Crude oil starting to fade a little bit from its highs that made with some of the conflict uncertainty, moving vessels over closer to Iran, all that fun stuff. Your diesel fuel futures are coming off its highs, and same with the natural gas. It's definitely trading a lot lower than it was when it was all excited. Canadian dollar off its highs as well. So vice versa, the U.S. dollar index has surged, and gold has pulled off its highs. Pretty significant move down, and silver's even further down from its highs, but it had the sharper gains as well as far as year on year. Quick look at wheat, basically trading sideways. There's not much of a story here other than it's staying in this channel and toward the bottom third of the channel at the moment, where you got your Kansas in the top 2/3 of the channel. So spring wheat, if anything, has to make up some ground here, and you would say that Chicago is right in the middle of that channel. The French wheat basically doing nothing. So this is the stocks report that we're looking forward to. We'll maybe have some news after that all comes out.